Hello, everybody, and welcome. So this is our last Parkinson's class that I'm going to be teaching. Thank you again to the Parkinson's Foundation for giving us the opportunity at Om Hom Shala to offer these programs 100% free to you. We want to be able to reach out as much as possible and continue to offer really high quality yoga therapy interventions that are really specific to people's needs for specific populations. And our focus here is for people living with Parkinson's symptoms, other neurodegenerative diseases, and their caregivers. So that is a pretty broad encompassing group of people, and we're very happy to be able to create programs that support these populations in feeling better, especially around very specific targeted interventions. And so our focus for our class this evening is digestive health and breathwork for Parkinson's, so managing gut symptoms. And although we have a separate class that's really focused just on respiratory health, there is a very strong relationship between the digestive function of the body and our respiratory function, because our gentle diaphragmatic breathing that supports healthy respiration also supports gastrointestinal health, liver health, kidney function, both digestion and elimination. It helps regulate what we call peristalsis, which is that natural involuntary movement through the gastrointestinal tract of all of that food moving and transforming as it enters the alimentary canal into the stomach, enters in, meets with all of our digestive juices. In yoga, we call this our Agni. In Ayurveda, they call it Agni, which is basically our capacity to transform both physical food and also to process experiences. And so this is a really wonderful opportunity for us to really take a moment and be able to try to integrate and process all the experiences that we've been going through in the past couple days, past few hours, past few minutes. Whether you have been having really big experiences or whether or not there's been lots of little experiences that are just accumulating, we want to make sure that we take that time to slow down and regulate. And so that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Let's see here. We have the first thing we're going to do is just to help us get a little bit centered. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is going to be called the wood chopper pose. So I'm going to back up a little bit here so you can see me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knees and I'm going to separate my knees a little bit so that there's some space between my knees here. My toes can be turning out. And I'm going to go ahead and clasp my hands together. If you want, you can interlace your fingers or you can just close each palm into each other. And you're going to just see how high you can take your arms up and overhead, big stretch up, reach. And then you're going to drop your arms way down. Take your arms way up and drop them back down. Good. We'll inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Do this at your own pace. If you start to get dizzy, go ahead and pause. As long as you feel good, find a pace that works for you. Inhale up, exhale down. 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 One more. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. And then go ahead and just stretch your arms way up, reach them up, big breath in. And as you exhale, let the hands come on down. They can rest on the knees. You might even walk the feet in so you're in a neutral position. Sitting up nice and tall. Press your feet down into the floor. Press your hands gently on your knees or thighs. Just noticing your body sitting in the chair. Nice tall spine. This is our Tadasana or seated mountain pose. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the nose. Beginning to slow it down, slowly breathing in. Feel the belly expand with breath. And taking a little more time to slowly exhale. Drawing that belly button in, squeezing all that breath out. And then relaxing, allowing the body to expand again, inhaling slowly. Exhaling. Inhale, nice and slow. Exhale, nice and slow. Focusing on drawing that navel in, emptying the body of breath. One more time. Very good. From here, we're going to explore the Om. The Om incorporates 3 sounds, and each of these sounds vibrates in a different space in the body. First, in the lower part of the body and in the chest with the ah sound. Ah. Then, rising up into the throat with the oo sound. Ooh. And then as you close the mouth, all the way vibrating up into the head, behind the eyes, behind the nose. Mm. We'll do each sound 3 times, and then we'll flow all 3 sounds together one long time. So we'll start with the ah sound. You might bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. Again, sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth as wide as you can. Ah. Deep breath in. Ah. One more time. Breathing in big and deep and full in through the nose. Expand the body with breath. Open the mouth as wide as you can. Ah. Very good. Then if you'd like, you can bring one hand to the side of your neck just to check for the feeling of vibration in the throat. If it's more comfortable to leave your hands resting, you can, or you can keep them here. Maybe even bring one hand up just above the collarbone. You should feel more of that vibration through the transition. Deep breath in. Make a O shape with your mouth. Oh. Deep breath in. And one more time. Deep breath in. Very good. From here, you might just let your hands rest. Pick up your shoulders, roll them back and down. Take a few regular breaths. Notice if you feel any residual vibration in the belly, in the chest, in the throat. And then we're going to bring the attention behind the back of the eyes. You might close your eyes. Covering your teeth with your lips, pursing your lips, and then humming into your head. Seeing if you could direct that vibration up and back behind the eyes. Try to feel the center of your brain. Deep breath in. Mm. Seeing if you can increase the pitch, making it a little higher. Deep breath in. Mm. Allowing yourself to breathe nice and slow. Noticing if there's any changes in the body, maybe your heart rate slowed down or increased. Maybe your muscles relax, or maybe you notice more tension or holding. It could be a lot of different responses in the body as we shift. The temperature of your body may have changed. It might have gotten cold. You might have gotten warm. See if you can allow your whole body to just relax for a moment as you sit nice and tall, but allow an effortless release of the muscles. We're going to flow all three sacred sounds together, vibrating from root to crown. Ah, ooh, Deep breath in. Um. Allowing yourself to just be here for a moment more, just breathing. Tracking any subtle movement in the body, maybe the movement of the belly. As it follows the breath. Very good. When you're ready, you can open your eyes if they're closed. And we're going to start to do a little bit of seated cat-cow, just to start to warm up the spine a little bit. So I'm turning sideways so you can see a little better what I'm up to here. And we're going to take a deep breath and lift the collarbones up, tip the head back if it's able to. Feel the whole body expand with breath. And then as you exhale, we're going to round the back, lean back, navel in, chin drops in, rounding the whole spine. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, lift the collarbones, tip the head back. Belly expands with breath, arching the back. Exhale, rounding the back, navel draws in. Exhale, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, round the back, looking down. Inhale, lifting up, looking up. Exhale and round. Good. A few more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up, lift up. Exhale, round. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Inhale up. Exhale and round. Very good. And then coming back to a neutral position. Option here to take your feet wide again. If you'd like to keep them close in, it's whatever feels better in your body. So you might experiment with both. We're going to do a forward fold. So there's a couple of options here. I have a chair in front of me, so I'm going to show you with the chair what this looks like. So you might not want to come all the way down to the ground. So if you have a desk in front of you, another chair, a bed, a bench, a table, anything can function this way. We're basically doing like a seated child's pose. Okay, so we're creating some compression on the abdomen. We want to fold forward. So you're going to lean forward. You might just put your hands onto a table or another surface. Maybe you can get your head down there. And that's it. You can pause right here. If you're able to get your hands all the way to the floor and you'd like to explore that direction, you can reach all the way down and drop your head. Using a chair feels a little more comfortable for me right now, so I'm going to come here. And I'm going to just rest my elbows and drop my head down. Once you come into the posture that works for you, I'm going to invite you to take 5 slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. When you've completed your 5 breaths, you can slowly lift your head, slowly press your hands onto whatever is your support here, or walk your hands up your legs, sitting up nice and tall, coming back into that neutral seated position. Seated Tadasana, seated mountain pose. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Excellent. All right. So from here, we're going to do another version of this. We're going to come into this 2 more times, but we're going to do a little twist with it. So this is, again, option. You can come all the way to the floor, or you can keep one hand on a support, a chair, a table, whatever you like. So I'm going to show you first with the support, and then also with the floor. Okay, so walking ourselves forward, same thing. Again, you can keep your knees wide, or you can keep the feet in close together. And walking your hand down, pressing one hand down into your surface, and the other hand you're going to stretch up and away, reaching up and away. So we're getting that twist into the body now. Again, if you'd like to come all the way to the floor, you might take your feet a little wider, lean forward. One hand is going to come down, the other hand is going to stretch up and away. Once you come into this posture, you can either keep your hand behind your head, opening up, or reaching through the fingertips. We're going to take 3 slow, deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Once you complete your 3 breaths, you can slowly transition, maybe bringing the other hand down to the floor or to the chair or to the desk, and stretch your other hand up and away. Again, you can keep the hand behind your head if that feels more comfortable, looking up toward your elbow, or reach through the fingertips. Once you come into the position that works on this side, does not have to be the same as you did the other side. You might change depending on your neck, your shoulder, anything happening in your body. And then take 3 slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. When you complete this, you'll use whatever support you need to come back to center. Maybe walking the hands up the legs, coming back into a neutral position. And just relaxing into a seated Tadasana for a moment. Hands resting on the knees, sitting up nice and tall. Chin drops down slightly, draw the head back. Easy breath in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Very good. Bringing the hands in together. You're going to take your hands up and overhead. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands behind your head, round the back, elbows in. Exhale. Inhale up. Maybe palms turn up. Exhale and behind the head, rounding in, elbows in. So it's like that cat-cow with an arm movement. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then just open up those elbows, stretch the arms out. You might cactus the arms for a moment. And then let them rest down to the knees. Very good. All right. From here, we're going to start paying attention to our lower limbs a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take the feet, I'm going to come at an angle here. We're going to take the feet wide apart. Okay, so the feet are wide apart and the toes are turned out. Have a nice wide stance. Feet are flat on the ground. And we're going to do a little twist here. So we're going to take our right hand and we're going to bring it to our left knee. Then we're going to take our left hand and we're going to reach it around behind us somewhere, maybe the seat of the chair or the back of the chair if that feels supportive. Finding someplace behind us we can hold on. Sit up nice and tall, look over your left shoulder, and pause here for 5 slow deep breaths. Keep your feet pressing into the floor, keep sitting up nice and tall, in through the nose, out through the nose. Shoulders relax down even as you sit tall, breathing in and breathing out. 3 more breaths at your own pace. Whenever you complete your breaths, you bring your left hand to your left knee, right hand to the right knee, coming back to neutral. And we'll go ahead and just bring the palms in together for a moment, coming to that neutral space. Pressing the feet down, sit up nice and tall. Allow the spine to completely unwind. Very good. And then bringing the left hand to the right knee and the right hand back behind you somewhere. Again, shoulders drop down. We're relaxing the shoulders down the back. Sitting up nice and tall, looking over the left shoulder. Don't force anything. Just go to where the body's willing to go. And then right back into that awareness of the breath, inhaling in through the nose. Feel the belly stretch open, the chest fill up, the ribs open. Exhale, squeeze everything into center. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. On your own, let the breath flow. And then whenever you complete your breaths, you'll bring the right hand to the right knee, left hand to the left knee, coming back into a neutral position, centered, facing forward. Press the hands in together, Anjali Mudra, prayer hands at heart center. And just take 3 breaths here. Very good. From here, we're going to do a side stretch. So if your feet are wide, we're going to bring them back in, hip distance apart, or just slightly wider than the hips. Some places relatively comfortable, neutral, facing forward. Feet are pressing gently down into the ground. The feet are walked far enough forward that the knees are at the same level as the hips or lower. Hands can rest on the knees, sit up nice and tall. We're back in that seated Tadasana mountain pose. And then we're going to take our right hand and we're just going to stretch it up and over, reaching up and over. Inhale. And then exhale, come back. We're going to come in and out of this a few times. Inhale, reach, same side. Exhale to return. Go ahead and do 3 more at your own pace. Very good. And then we'll do the other side. Left hand stretches and reaches. And return. Inhale and reach. And return. And 3 more on your own. Very good. We're going to return to the right side. Option here to bring the hand back behind the head, but still stretch over, leaning up and over. Or if you want to keep reaching to the fingers, you can do that. We're going to stay for 3 breaths. And go ahead and come back to center. If once you finish those 3, roll the shoulders up and back, take a moment, just be neutral, maybe bring pair of hands here, just to help to release that deeper stretch. And then we're going to repeat this on the other side. Again, reaching either behind the head or fingertips reaching, holding this time for 3 breaths. And then whenever you finish, coming back to center, again, coming back to neutral, prayer hands at heart center. Okay. All right, we're going to enter into challenge mode today. So if you need to spin your chair or whatever you need to do to have a little bit of space in front of you. So facing out of direction, I'm going to come at an angle here so you can see what I'm up to. And also so I don't knock my legs into my chair here. So I want to have some space in front of me. We're going to do a boat pose. Now we're going to do boat pose in a very gentle way. It's a lot of support here. We're doing this seated. So we're going to begin first by bringing the hands back around behind us. Hold on to your seat or the arms of your chair. Whatever's going to feel most comfortable and supportive for you. If you like, you can go ahead and hop a little bit forward in your seat so you're closer towards the edge of your seat here. Now, what we're going to do is sit up nice and tall, holding on to either the seat of the chair or the arms of the chair, and sit up nice and tall. You're going to hinge not forward, but back just a little bit. So already we're in boat pose. This might be all you want to do today. This is great. You should feel these muscles activate. You can increase that activation by letting go of the chair, but holding that same shape and reaching your arms forward. If that feels like it's too much, you can bring your hands back, hold onto that support. If you feel like you want a little bit more, you can start to pick up one knee. Hold that for a few breaths. Make sure you're breathing in and out through the nose. And then try the other knee. Hold your torso in that shape. Very good. And then option to try each knee again, or try both knees at the same time. One more breath in. One more easy breath out, lowering down. Very good. You should feel these muscles really fired up now. They're probably talking to you a little bit. But we did that with a lot of support, but we're creating that engagement of our transverse abdominals, all of the abdominal muscles here. You're also strengthening the back. So we really activate all these muscles that are really important for holding our spine up and that are also impacted by our digestion. All right, from here, we're going to do a little bit of a deeper twist, but we're going to focus on twisting and getting some internal rotation into the hips. So rather than that external rotation where we're opening the knees, now we're trying to bring the knees so that they cross over each other. We're going to do the same thing with our upper body here. So we're going to wrap the arms. We'll start with the arms first. Give yourself a nice little hug. And you might just reach for opposite elbows here, or so opposite elbows or opposite shoulders. So whichever feels more comfortable for you. Sometimes this feels a little bit better. Sometimes this is accessible. And sometimes we can even start to stack the elbows and bring the back of the arms together, maybe even wrapping the hands. So it just depends on what your musculature and your shoulder girdle really looks like, what you're able to do. Sometimes people have broader or bigger muscle here and they can't do that, or there's some restriction or some pain in the shoulder. So we want to just be really gentle and careful, but this opens the back of the body, stretching and rounding. It opens up those deltoids, getting into your arms here. It's a really nice little stretch for the body. All right, from here, I want you to look down at your elbows here, and I want you to decide, okay, which elbow is on top, which is on bottom. If your left elbow is on top, you're going to pick up your left knee. If your right elbow is on top, you'll pick up your right knee. And whichever knee you have on top, you're going to cross that one over the other leg. Cross it over the other leg. And then you're just going to try to sit up as tall as you can. This is called eagle pose. We're getting this big internal rotation. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And out. In. And out. One more breath in, big and deep and full. Exhale. Very good. From here, you'll open up your arms really big, stretch those arms out, and then you're going to wrap your other arm on top. So whichever arm was on top before, you're going to switch. And then you'll pick up your other knee, cross that leg over. You're going to do the same thing, other side. Sitting up nice and tall here. And we'll take 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, exhale. Very good. Opening the arms really big, stretch out. And then uncross the knees. And you're back into that neutral position here. All right. We're going to do just a couple things standing. And then we're going to sit down for our final meditation. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to stand. And we're going to start with just a little bit of a side stretch standing. So if you want to grab your chair, you'll have a chair handy here. You'll put it on one side of you. You're going to bring one hand to the top of the chair, and then you're going to reach up and over, side stretch. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, come back. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, come back. One more time. Inhale, up and over. Exhale. Very good. Then we're going to come around to the other side of the chair. So we can do the same thing, other side, holding on to the top of the chair. Go ahead and reach up and over, breathe in. Exhale, return. Now we're stretching that line of the body all the way from the ankle, all the way up and over through those fingertips. Exhale, come back. One more time, big breath in. Exhale and return. Very good. From here, we're going to come to put our hands on our knees. Go ahead and squat down just a little bit. Toes are pointing forward. We're in a standing version of our cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, round the back, tailbone tucks, chin comes in, belly button pulls back. Inhale, drop, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Very good. And then coming back into neutral position, stand up nice and tall. Okay. From here, we're going to just do a little bit of marching in place. So we'll pick up our knees one at a time. And if you'd like, you can tap your opposite knee with your hands. Let's get those lower extremities going here. And then option here, if you'd like, if your chair is stable, so you can keep doing the tapping, or if your chair is stable and you'd like to put one foot up on top of the chair, you can come with one foot on top of the chair and come in for a deep twist and pause here for a moment. And then try the other side. So we did the marching in place to make sure we could get our knees lifting, and you might just want to stay marching in place. That's fine. And then whatever you're up to, come back to a neutral standing position. And we're going to find our chair, and we're going to put our hands on the chair, as long as the chair is not going to roll away from us. You can also use a desk, whatever you like, but we're going to do a standing forward fold with support. So hands are going to come down to the seat of our chair. You might walk yourself back a little bit, send your hips back, drop your head. 3 breaths. As you finish your breath, slowly come up. Take your time coming up, because sometimes you'll get dizzy coming up, so you want to make sure you don't come up too quick. Very good. And then we're going to come back to our seat, whatever is your most comfortable seat. That concludes our standing portion. And we're going to just do our closing practice. So to close our practice today, we're going to do 3 rounds of Kapalabhati breath. That's a quick, fast exhale. And then we're just going to hum into the head, one long hum. Okay, so we'll practice the Kapalabhati together once, and then we'll just do 2 more rounds. So bring your hand to your belly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull the belly button into the spine, and exhale out through the nose really strong. Relax the body, allow your body to breathe in. Exhale strong out through the nose. Relax, exhale. Relax, exhale. Relax, exhale. Relax, exhale. Good. Now we're going to do that a little bit faster. We're going to do 10 of them. 10 times. Pause, and then we'll do it again. So you can keep your hand here if that helps you feel that pulling in of the navel. Take one breath in to begin. 10 quick exhales. Return to a normal rhythm of breath. And then we'll do it again. One deep breath in to begin. 10 quick exhales. And then returning back to a normal rhythm of breath, we'll close our practice today with that bumblebee breath, that humming breath, Brahmari Pranayama. It's that basically the end of the om, that humming into the head. But option here, you might cover your eyes, plug your ears, or even plug your nose to increase the vibration and sound inside the head and block out external experiences. We call that pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses, turning inward. So we'll just do one long hum. When you're ready. Um. Thank you so much for sharing in this practice this evening. Thank you so much for being a part of our community. Thank you again to the Parkinson's Foundation for trusting Om Hum Shala to deliver these programs and finding them valuable and making them accessible to you. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Hope you have a fabulous summer. We will be sharing the links for our videos over the course of the summer so that you can continue to practice with us. We look forward to practicing with you again on Zoom, and we hope that you, in the meantime, are happy and well. Namaste.